Get this thing all figured out. I'm trying something different angle for once. What's going on, guys? What's going on? All right. Look at some of these comments. I'm not calling anybody out on this, but I think if you claimed you took this footage, why did you only send me a photo? You never sent me the video. I don't believe it was a sponson because there's threads where the sponson bolt goes into the hull, because you don't need this when you install the sponsons. Like, for example, when you install aftermarket sponsons on a Sea-Doo, you have to be your hand inside the hull and out. And when you install the ones on the Yamaha, you don't have to have one hand inside the hull and one hand out. I don't believe that at all, because I've seen the other footage and it's all over the internet, and I don't think you took the footage. I think you saw the footage, but you never sent me the actual video clips. I'm sorry, man. I just don't believe you. I understand your phone's blurry, but you never sent me the video clip. You sent me a photo of it, and I've been all over the internet. And to get the thumbnail was not from you; it was from the actual video that I watched. So, just saying, not calling anybody out. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If it was you, I'd like to see the original footage. There has to be more to that footage than what if you were there. You would have filmed a little bit more than that. That's just my opinion. I mean, if I was there, I'd have more than just a little. You sent me a grainy photo, not like an actual video of it. Other people sent me videos of it, so it's hard for me to believe that. Could have, it could not, but I don't think it would have been a sponson bolt. Read all these comments before we get in here. It's crazy. This lighting in certain angles like really changes different. It's like the problem is this light is so bright and this web camera can't. Let me try to move that. There we go. There we go. Is that better? Somewhat better? I'm like super bright. It's like, oh. Actually, I have more room. Before, when I had the ski behind me, I'm like crammed in an area. So now I can move around, got a bunch of space around me. I don't believe it's a sponson bolt. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Minty asks, if you had to pick one jet ski, would you pick out of all of them? I picked the GP, man. All day long. I actually really sad about some of mine. Yeah, that's how I was trying to do that on the movie Step Brothers. You're like, look at all this space for activities. It's like, hey, both skis have other girls. Well, I went riding today. That's another crazy thing. Is the GP good? I think it's awesome in the ocean. The reality is, this is the facts. Any ski that's in the ocean, you're gonna have saltwater issues. I don't care what it is. If you keep constantly riding the ocean, your skis is not gonna last. I mean, that's just the facts. Saltwater corrodes everything. I mean, even if you got an aluminum trailer, it doesn't mean anything. There's so much maintenance. That's why I really avoid going any more ocean riding. It's not that I don't want to. It's just a lot of abuse you put on a machine when you go into doing that. So that's just my 2 cents. As much as I think riding the ocean is awesome, but I don't think it's worth it sometimes. This is killer freaking lighting out here. It's like you're in one angle and the lighting is like completely different. It's pretty cool. It's like I get closer. So you got to do is like. Minty asks, if you wanted to upgrade the GP, what would you recommend? The first thing you want to do, blow up valve, to say the clutch. That's like that is like that's a no brainer. Like no question, that's what you have to be. Man, bait's like show bait. If you really took it, show me the video that you took it. It's that easy, man. I believe you. If you show me more than a photo, people sent me videos. I'm a very hard person to believe this stuff. You gotta. I need more evidence than a photo because like all these other people sent me the videos. I mean, I don't see somebody talking in the video. I just took a photo. See, like, look at. Like, if you just took a photo, I don't believe you took it because, like, look at here. Here's the whole video. So if you took a photo, then it just like there's a whole video. I don't think it's just wait, let's put our tinfoil hats on right now, conspiracy theorists. Maybe Sea-Doo bought that ski and intentionally sunk it. It's who knows? I don't winterize, Camille as well. Do you winter ice your winterize, not ice, winter ice your winter or fogging oil? I don't winterize anything. I ride everything year round. So I'm constantly riding. There's no like literally maybe a month you might not ride. Other places, it definitely, I want to do a video showing how to do that. The hard thing is I don't winterize my stuff. So that'd be kind of hard. So the crazy thing is, so I took the SXR out today. And when I went out today, so I installed, if you found me on Instagram, I am underscore Beowulf. I went out with the SXR today, and on my Instagram, I installed the Revo Racing handlebars, the throttle cable, all that kind of stuff. And I went out today with it, and there was a lot of debris in the water. So last time I rode it, were these couple of videos coming up from when I was at Lake Geneva, right before my trip ended up there. And the thing ran like a champ. So I come back, and this is my first time riding since I've been back from my trip from the Midwest. And I start riding the thing, and the ski is going straight. And then, well, this is not what my hands look like. This is just how the hull is. The hull's like, I'm going straight, and the ski's just going boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what is going on? And there's no waves. So I turn it back around to go like, what's going on with this thing? Because it was like not drivable. Want to give a special thanks to Camille. He did a super chat, $10 or $9.99. Thanks a lot, brother. I appreciate it. And so I bring it back to check the bolts and the sponsons. You know, like what could it be? And there was a little bit of debris in the intake grate. And that's a whole other thing I want to get at talking about tonight. So I had the performance intake grate. It's probably one of like the neighbors in the golf cart. No, it's me in a cart. My neighbors all have golf carts right in the house. It's the weirdest thing. And so there was debris that I could pull out of the intake grate that wasn't up in there. So I then went back out and it did the same thing. And I'm like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. So I start coming back in and I start hearing this noise by the helmet on. I'm like, what is this noise? It's like this grinding. I don't know. It's just this. I've never heard a sound like that. And I'm like, I thought there was something following me in the water. I'm like looking around. I'm like, what is all going on? Well, I get back in and there's smoke coming underneath the hood. And this SXR 1500 was smoking. Pop the hood off. There's smoke coming up out of it. I have no clue what's going on. Luckily, it was the end of the ride. So I put it away. Came back home, because I want to connect it to the water line just to flush it out and then kind of see if I could duplicate what it was out of the water. I didn't want to really mess around it if it in the water just in case something was going on. So when I had it out or doing this, no, there was no smoke, nothing. But the crazy thing, there was tons of debris, like not in the intake grate, but just filling it, just with like leaves and pine needles and stuff. We've had aerial flooding. So what that gets at, let me see what somebody's giving me these messages. I'm like, watch, just something else. And So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out the Texas Watercross intake rate and just put the stock one back in there, because this is the whole, like, the reality is with these like performance intake rates, this is for like straight racing. It is not. If you're somewhere where there's debris in the water, it is not an intelligent thing to run. I don't care how it improves the ski, it is not worth the money. I'm pulling out. I'm probably just going to turn around and sell it. And then I'm going to debate what I'm going to do with the ride plate, because I got the Texas Watercross ride plate, and it kind of, what's happened is a lot of times since I've added those, it like porpoises the SXR, which is not a good thing. But with all this debris just filling up, it has to be what's like rocking this ski violently, and that's probably what was causing the smoking. I think it's because it was blocking like water coming into the cooling engine, but water was coming out, so it was fine with that. It's probably the best bet, I'm thinking. So I'm scrolling up. I look at these comments. Daryl asks, any updates when you get the new one? Yeah, I just messaged the guy on Reva Motorsports. So it's like coming soon in the next couple of weeks. That's why I did recently on Instagram. You see, I did a little bit of price drop on my GP. I like to sell the GP before going to get the new one. Otherwise, I'm going to just trade it in. So it looks like it's going to come in the next couple of weeks. There's no updates yet about the Superjet. Nothing. Because that GP is built in America and the Superjet is built in Japan. Ethan asked what year is this stand-up? It's a 2017. So it's kind of cool. When I go down there, because I got to make 2 separate trips. What I'm planning on doing, because I got the 4 dogs, and it's going to be not an easy thing of just showing up, checking in a hotel or wherever, and be like, hey, yeah, I got 4 dogs, welcome. So what I'm going to rent is like got decent sized RV. It's going to be actually kind of a fun trip. So you can hook the trailer on it. Then what I'll do is, like, the nice thing is you can pull over up at any restaurant, because I think it's about like a 10-hour drive. I could sleep whenever I want. So there's no like red eye driving to get down there. And then I looked where the town where Reva Motorsports is, there are a couple of campgrounds. So actually I could end up like turning the trip into like having somewhere to stay, and I don't have to stay in any type of public hotel or stuff. Because I was looking at some of these RV rentals. They got like a shower, toilet, the whole thing. And man, it's perfect. To be honest, it's gonna be like a kind of like a road trip. That's what it's kind of what that theme is what I want to do for 2021. I want to rent one of those things, decent sized one, and just travel up and down the coast, staying wherever, and just riding jet skis, who knows where. I mean, that's what I like to do. That is, I think, would be really fun. Minty said, if you plug the small jet on the GP 1800 Asphyxia, which will it build pressure and affect it? I'm not sure what you're talking about. If you plug the small jet. Faye asked, when are you taking the ski to Florida, to the Bahamas? I have 4 dogs, and that is not a trip like that is not even a reality. It'd be awesome, but it's not a reality of happening. It is. I have 2 puppies, man. I got like it's. I barely could leave to go ride for a couple hours and come back without my dog going like, "Get me out of the cage, play with me, do stuff with me." It's a lot of work. Cole says intake rates are worth it when you're running big numbers like 90. If you want to prevent over stuff. The big thing is like intake rates give you more like. You can feel a difference like turning real fast with them. It's an awesome idea. But the reality is, well, even if you want to use them for super high speeds, there's debris in the water and that stuff gets shot in there when you're going super fast. You could get in a lot of trouble. Camila asked, what dealer are you getting the Wave Runners from? I'm getting from Reva Motorsports but I'm not getting them at the same time because I just said that. They don't even know when they're getting um, the super jet in because it got to get imported from Japan, and then the GP is supposed to come. I don't know. I'm probably gonna one day get a call and have to like quickly book everything to get out the door to go pick it up. Basically, is what I'm thinking. There's no like ETA like it's coming this day on this. And I think what's gonna happen, I'm gonna get this call and be like, all right, come get it. And I'm like, woo, time to go. Bike said, can you get a shout out? Bike, what's up, brother? Minty said, the small nozzle on the back. Oh, you're talking about plugging the water spout? You can't do that, man. It's part of the cooling system. That's part it. You can't mess around with stuff like that. So one said, in the bottom of my 2020 GP looks like it beached it tiny bit, but I don't. Can that have just been from riding? Mine does 85 from Riva upgrades I have. Well, you got to remember too is that Yamahas use automotive paint, so it could just be just the abuse of like where you're hitting stuff. Ethan said, "What's your favorite ski? Stand up or GP?" It's like you come back here to Intercoastal Waterway, and this coolant or the current is just like it gives me a freaking headache. I'm gonna go out there today, and it's like it's really hard to get this thing to ride just right. I mean, it's super aggravating. Face of movement, you start flips in the stand up. Like, yeah, that giant long, it's the longest stand up. Doing flips? Yeah, right. Doing flips with a 4-cylinder engine. Yeah, right. But the stand up's fun, but it's just like, it's frustrating where I live, we're riding it. It's the current is just like, I go out there and I don't even know what's going on. Sean asked, do you have the stock seat cover for the GP? Yeah, I got it. It's for sale if somebody wants to buy it. And also, too, I'm selling. I got the whole jet trim ones I'm going to be selling too. So if you're looking at that, I got the whole set of that, and I got the OEM ones. Oh my gosh. I almost dropped my drink. I'm reading and I'm focusing on reading, then trying to like hold my drink. My hands just slipped. I'm like, base of the bolt came out, wedged itself in the mount, and cracked the hull. There is no way that is possible that happening, man. That is just like, I don't believe that at all. I had to see this. Like, again, show me photos. I don't believe that one bit. It's like a thread that it's going into it. Show me photos, man. I don't see nothing on my phone. Sean, if you're interested in any of those, DM me on IM_Beowulf, or you can send me an email on my website, imbeowulf.com, if you want to buy it. Because I'll have to add it on my website. Shopify, I get killer, really good shipping rates. And it'd be cheaper if I added it onto my online store and you bought it that way. Because then the shipping is like super, super, super cheap. Like really, really cheap. Like it's like super discounted on shipping rates. It's crazy when people buy merch. It's like people are spending like not that much money for it to go really far. It's kind of crazy. I love it. It's awesome. I got David asked, where can you get a double trailer at a good price, New York, New Jersey area? I'm selling mine. I'm actually selling the dual trailer. Jason said, greetings from Canada. What's going on in Canada? I heard some posts from people I follow on Instagram that Canada just had another lockdown. Is that factual facts? Please let me know, Jason. Parker, how much of the trailer? Again, DM me. I don't like talking prices. Anybody want to get prices? DM me or email me, and I have happily to tell you prices on stuff. If somebody asks if you sell the trailer, where you got it? Well, I have a Triton LT trailer, brand new, and I got a Triton LT trailer. So actually, because I want riding, my other garage, I moved. Usually, I keep all 3 trailers in here. But when I left, I put it there because I got to pull it out and still have to pull this in. So I have one trailer in one of my garages. I have my other trailer there, and actually my backyard, I got the trailer originally came with the SXR. So I'm actually debating about just keeping that trailer and just put the Superjet on that until I figure stuff out. I got plans going on. I just don't need a big giant trailer anymore. I don't like leaving another ski from behind me when I go. Is a CD dash reliable? It's not accurate to GPS. Jason said, no lockdown, just some more restrictions, less bars and restaurants. Okay, some girl I follow from Canada said that there was like a full lockdown. So I was shocked because I didn't see it anywhere else. But again, I maybe other parts of Canada are different. I don't know. Forgot where she lives. All right. Bates says, let me see what he says on his phone. I'm not trying to like piss anybody off. I'm just saying. I mean, it just, if you didn't have the whole clip, I mean, somebody else sent it to me. All right, see what he says. But see, again, you're sending me. I want to see actual photos. Like, show me what broke. All right, I don't. Anybody can type up stuff. I want to see photos and stuff. If something broke, I'll easily could show you a photo of what happened. I'm not trying to argue with you, man. I'm just saying, you send me a photo and other people sent me videos. I don't know how that's possible. It doesn't even matter if it's sunk. It's like it's like I Google searched it before I do the video. Yamaha sinking, and the only photos I found, or if you search GP18R sinking, the only one is the thumbnails for my video. There's nothing else. So it's just hard for me to believe. I want to say this name right. Inan. I has to be it. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Greetings from Puerto Rico. What is going on, Puerto Rico? Frankie. Yeah, well, no, let's give this shout out. Here's Frankie. Frankie's a subscriber, also a friend of mine. So he was telling me, I was talking because right when I got in, I gave him a call. I'm like kind of freaking out about the SXR smoking. So he told me that his younger brother had a 2020 Kawasaki what is it called? What model is it? Let me make sure I'm saying this all correctly. Kawasaki. It's whatever that new one is. I don't follow like every ski that's going on. Let me search. I want to make sure I'm saying what it is. There we go. All right, on the things. He had an STX 160X, and his hood kept flying up. I guess there's some recall. He said his brother got sent that they said anybody has a 2020 STX 160X not to ride it. And he told me his younger brother had the hood come off 3 times. 2 times it hit him. And he complained. And the dealer complained then to Kawasaki, and they actually bought back the ski exactly what he paid for and bought it back. So, you know, to me, anybody who's like pissy that I maybe like talk truth about Sea-Doo, I'm talking the truth about Kawasaki, and I'm talking about Yamaha too. There's nobody safe in this zone. All right, there is no brand that's safe. If I find the dirt, I'm releasing it. If I find something that's wrong, I'm gonna talk about it. So it's part of life. That's what the shark said. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Hood flying off. I mean, that's the reality of when any new ski is rushed, coming out. Anything that's new, like maybe the new GP 1800R could have tons of issues. We don't know. Maybe the Superjet could be a nightmare from hell. Maybe the new RXPX, well, none of them will ever work. Maybe, it's new. You don't know. Anything that's brand new, you're the guinea pig the first year coming out. Yeah, but Frank, what I found out when I got back is the intake grate was just full of like pine needles, like just like it didn't go through, but it was just like it plugged up like these areas. So it could be why the ski was acting so goofy, I'm guessing. And then I put in the water line, ran it to flush it, and no smoke at all. So, I mean, it has to be something where it wasn't getting enough. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't getting enough water coming in. Something wasn't good. It didn't smoke. So it's like, it's a good thing. There's no thing of like leaking or nothing. It's kind of mind blowing. Like, I don't know. I know what I'm going to do is tomorrow I'm going to crawl underneath there and I'm pulling that Texas Watercross intake grate out and I'm slapping that stock one back on. Frank said 3 times in a row, hood either broke off or fell off. I remember the first time that fell off and he didn't even know where it went. It just, the ocean took it. Jason said that's apparently why Yamaha stressed the fact that it was the reinforced hinges on the new GP 18R is a poke against STX 160. I just know he told me that he got his money back from his ski. That's a pretty good deal, man. You got to use it, get hit with a hood a couple of times, and then get your money back. I mean, it probably shows that, that's a kind of nice thing. I guarantee most things Yamaha or Kawasaki or Yamaha or Sea-Doo wouldn't do that. If you had a bunch of issues, they wouldn't buy back the ski. So I have to say, good shout out. Good shout out to Kawasaki. They made it right. They made it right. Yeah, but definitely these intake grates, if you're like, stay away from those unless you really want to take the risk, because you could easily, something could get sucked up in there. You could be dead in the water. And definitely in the stand up, that is like the last ski I want to be stuck in the river, not moving. DRL says, are you still riding right now? Is the water temperature dropping yet? It was 75 degrees today, brother. I was in just the light vest and my swimming trunks, man. It's just a little cooler right now because it's sun dropping. Frank said, the 310R sounds like a good addition to the channel. Definitely, I might be thinking about picking up the 310R. Maybe I'll sell the SXR, pick up the 310R. Oh, I'm like, look at there goes the computer. I'm bad today. I'm like, whoa. I've seen some people that have had fast Kawasaki 310Rs. I mean, there's no way that, like, I have no goal to have a ski be like 90 miles per hour or anything like that. I mean, it's just, if you were like on the intercoastal, you go 90 and something happened, you fell off, and how narrow it is, you probably die. Like, seriously, you fall off going that fast, you're being like, that's what people don't realize. It's not the same. It's like if you went on a motorcycle and you fell off going 90 and you didn't have any safety gear on. I mean, chance of you walking away would be pretty slim. I mean, especially when you're out on something, you're just like, what, a life vest and a swimming trunks? Well, you can't give you a cold start because the GP's just been running. Mark said, sorry, did the GP sink? It did sink, but we don't know the logistics of how it sunk. Okay, all right. We'll do a little startup. Maybe we'll do it quick. Let me grab the keys, and let me see. I got my main keys. How about this? Because we got this strategically planned. We'll start the Kawasaki up real quick for just a tad, because and I'm going to start the Yamaha. And the cool thing is, actually, we got them all in the shot, which is pretty good. Who knows what the sound is like? Because this is a webcam, not a professional camera. All right, so I'm doing this once. So don't ask for it again in the video. So if you're in here and you're late to the party, man, it's not my problem. All right? Here, before I do it, which one do you guys want to see me start up first? Are we starting up the SXR 1500, or are we starting up the Yamaha GP 1800? I need to see people saying, because if I don't see anything, I'm not starting it up. Come on. I need to see one person saying something. Come on. Come on. All right, let's see. All right. Well, it looks like the SXR is first. Now, the cool thing I have to say of the Kawasaki is it has this, where you can turn that up. And it's kind of cool. You start up and it's like, you hear all the things connecting up. All right, you guys ready? The water coming out. Yeah. That thing sounds really cool. It's water shot like 10 feet and then farther in my garage. All right, we'll have to move. Hey, my nice fan is going to get ruined, so I'm trying to think this. It's going to shoot water straight at it. Hopefully, it doesn't get on the laptop. Are you guys ready for the next one? Are you guys ready? 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 I have to tell you, the Yamaha sounds really mean. Thing sounds. I tell you that the Yamaha, that all it is a work racing free flow exhaust. stock water box, and I'm telling you, that thing just sounds perfect. Not too loud, not too quiet, just perfect. You don't need a cut. That's why, like, here's a prime example. All these people want to like cut the hole in the hall to have the exhaust there. It's like, where are you tying this thing down? It's like, especially this trailer, it's real crucial because like to get it to fit real right. I care about the things not gonna fall off on the road. I don't think Frank. I don't think they sell water box for the SXR, and I don't even think you can actually anything going farther in the exhaust. You got to pull the engine out. It's not easy to get this stuff. I don't even think anybody even makes it water box for it. And plus, I know for a fact you got to pull engine. Yeah, but I don't think you can get I don't think you can get it out without pulling. Yeah, I think you have to pull the engine out to get enough room to get in there. I'm just scrolling past ones. Yeah, Marcy, you're gonna choke on fumes. That's why. Well, it's you definitely feel it. After start it up, you can smell it. Joe says every time it goes out, I get scratches in my skin. Man, it's just. I don't know why everybody stresses about that. Nothing's gonna be freaking perfect. To me, I just like you go out and have fun with it. I mean, if you want it to be like a museum piece, then just don't even ride it. That's just my opinion. I mean, stuff where you get a little ding in there, it's just gonna happen, man. You tie up the docks and all that kind of stuff. The only thing that's crazy, a subscriber sent me, local guy, and what CD he had? The Aqua one. I don't even I think a regular RXT, newer one, and somebody like rammed him from behind, totally smashed in the jet pump forward, cracked everything. I feel really bad for somebody like that. That's another reason why I don't want a dual trailer anymore. There's so many accidents out here. It's like not even funny. I mean, it's just like you ride around, you got this giant trailer, like somebody's gonna make a mistake and hit something someday, and it's gonna cost me a lot. So, and he's just a single trailer, and somebody rear-ended him. You gotta be careful. John, Joe, did you plan to buy any 2020 skis yet? The 2021 GP 1800R and the 2021 GP 1800R and the 2021 Superjet. Fred said, if you had an RXTX 3-seater, have you considered getting an FX 3-seater? Well, I did have the RXTX, sold it for the GP, and then selling the GP for another GP. SPX SV Joe, it seems like a really nice ski. For me, I just don't. I'm not hauling a bunch of people out on it. I'm just like basically hauling myself. I like to honestly. I don't like anybody in the back. I don't like to where you can't ride it. Like you're worried about like. It's just I've had people in the back, and I kind of think it's boring. That's just me. That's just me. It's funny because when the SXR had a problem because I was going to let my dad use one of them. Then when we went to Lake Geneva, he really thought I was going to let him go on the back of it. I'm like, man, the water's rough out here. There is no way you're holding on to me, and I'm going to be riding you around there. You're going to get hurt. I was like, you're going to get hurt, Dad. He's talking about UFOs. Frankie said, "Did you call Cowie Performance yet?" No, I'm gonna call him. I don't want to call him, and then I'll say, "Oh, Frank told me to call him." He's like, "Who are you?" You gotta call him first, Frank. You call him tomorrow, and I'll call him. You call him tomorrow, and then after you get on the phone with him, I'll call him. Nomadic Hermit. Any buyers looking at? I've had a couple people. I had bait that claimed he last live stream offered 15 grand, and I said, all right, let's make a deal. And then he's like, I don't offer somebody make an offer, and then making an offer means you're ready to spend the money, not like just testing the waters. But that's just me. I don't know. That's what happens. A lot of these people, they want to buy something. They're like, all right. And then, the problem might have had the money set aside. We're doing stuff. That's constantly what I see. What's happens is people, there's like, I got on a couple of listings. People ask tons of questions. And then it's like, somebody's still trying to figure out pulling the trigger of what they want to do. No matter what, if it doesn't sell, I'm trading it. So I'm really not worried about getting rid of it. It's going to be gone no matter what. Yeah, I do have a really good price on the GP. I'm like actually shocked it hasn't sold yet. Originally, I was having a little higher because I was still using it. Not a clue. I thought I still had another month of riding it before having it. And then now knowing it's coming sooner. It's like, I wish I kind of knew a little bit more like the logistics of what's going on. I don't like to have stuff happen in the last minute, and especially if you drive far. But again, it's not their control. It's the Yamaha reps and all that kind of stuff. They're the ones to blame. That's an interesting thing, and I won't speak in part of Brian Baldwin. But Dreadnought said Brian Ball has dominated the circuit at FX SVHO chassis that seems to be a choice of competition. What a lot of people don't realize is a lot of races he's racing the GP, and a lot of he's racing the FX. Well, he's obviously sponsored by Yamaha. And if you look at it, and I guarantee you for the next coming season, he's not going to be racing the FX. He's going to be racing the new GP 1800R. And it's just a whole selling point of where they think the racing is what sells the skis. So like you'll see them racing that because if they didn't just a couple days ago think they're coming out with the new GP. They knew they were coming out one to replace it. So they obviously want to plug the FXs to get that out there so people want to buy them. It's the whole, it's the same thing Sea-Doo. They race the RXTX and they're racing the RXPX. They're switching races, racing stuff. And it's not because one is better than the other. It's just what whoever's forking the bill of giving them skis is what they want to have see being used. I mean, there's no question about it. You get an RXPX as well as not getting no Sea-Doos. Sorry. But that's my opinion. I wouldn't doubt. I don't want to speak in part of somebody, but I wouldn't doubt that's what is told because he has a lot of GPs and he's not. I guarantee he's not buying an FXs. He gets a lot of stuff, and I guarantee you, if you're a bigger, higher racer for Yamaha, they're definitely giving you skis. I won't speak of stuff. I know the whole deal, like with the Riva Racing sponsor them. I know all that stuff, and it's not my place to be saying how all that stuff is going on and how their sponsorship works. But people told me I know what's going on. I'm not like a bit oblivious of what's going on. I just don't maybe some stuff they don't want the public to know. I got a lot of people in the industry telling me stuff, and sometimes I keep my mouth shut, and sometimes I say stuff. If it's something where I'm told I can say it, I'll say it. When it's something that's kind of like personal, that just word of mouth being said, I don't like to just be like running about everything. Faye said, would you ever do any competition? Definitely, it'd be something I'll look at. The hard thing in some of these series, they don't have a lot of races, and they're super far to travel to. So, that's probably a thing that would unsell me out of doing something like that. It's just how far it is to travel. I mean, it'd definitely be cool with doing it. The hard thing is like a lot of the competition racing, you can't do whatever you want. And there's a lot of stuff you can't upgrade on the GP for cooling wise that would put you in a downfall of actually could be wrecking the ski of like by not upgrading that stuff. But the series doesn't allow it with that ski. That's just stuff to think about. I don't know. Definitely be something to be cool that I'd want to do with everything going on in the world. It's not on my radar right now. I just want to get out and ride. Did you sync Shane said, did you sync the GP? Uh, that thumbnail is not my ski because my ski is not blue and red decals. Cole said the free flow is a big difference, but the drone would be. You really don't hear a drone with it. I mean, I think it sounds perfect. Because it's like a rubber hose, the drone isn't as much. I really think when I had the RXPX, being that it was a metal pipe and then the water box, the thing was like really loud. I mean, it actually give you like an earache riding. I think that was really loud. Yeah, if you do the water box, Cole said he did the water. You do the water box, it's gonna be super loud, man. I was always waiting with that. If I did the intercooler upgrade, I would have done the Riva water box. But I know too, like I was just talking to the sales guy from Riva Racing, and it doesn't seem like there's anything yet announced of what new parts are coming out for the GP 1800R. He told me they're just trying to see what stuff could fit. I think this is just me. This isn't anything that they told me, but seeing that the new one, it's the same hull, but they moved the fuel tank. I do think like a lot of stuff, maybe like the intake and intercooler and all that stuff won't fit in there. Is what I'm thinking. I know they got one of the skis and they're test fitting stuff. I think they're waiting. I know they just announced an intake and a free flow exhaust for this new Superjet coming out. The Riva Racing announced. Next, would you travel to Canada? I've been to Canada only twice in my whole life. I raced at the Montreal Grand Prix with Formula One, but that was last time I've been in Canada was 2005. It's a long time ago. Manic Hermit said Long Beach to Canada or Catalina race looks cool. Yeah, that definitely would be that'd be kind of cool. It's fun riding in California. I mean, that's where I really think like uh yeah, so move to Queensland, heaps of jet ski racing. That would be like, you know how hard that would be cool, but I think it would be really hard. I have 4 dogs, and I think a travel like that, man, would be terrible on them. They would have like literally a panic attack. You would even, you'd have to sell everything and rebuy it all there. Yeah, niggas said, damn, bro, you should come up when COVID-19 is over. I don't want to be being doom and gloom, but I don't think it's ending anytime soon. That's my 2 cents. I think we might. The sad thing is, I think we might have another year or two of dealing with this stuff. But we'll see if I'm proven wrong. I've been right about everything else with it. So the funniest thing, the times I've taken girls on the skis, That's why I don't think they like to ride. So like girls have like fake stuff like eyelashes and all that. And if you take a girl on there that has all that kind of stuff and you go on a very fast ski, all that stuff just like whips right off them. Just tell you, it's the funniest thing. It's kind of like also they're not prepared for it. They got the fake eyelashes and stuff, and then they got sunglasses on. That wind just goes like. It's no joke. Yeah, face at least to look like what they look natural. Yeah, no, it's definitely the hard thing is like when you take people out there. Kind of the reason why I don't take people in the back is like just to say worst case scenario, if something happens, somebody gets hurt. I don't want to be held reliable for any of that stuff. So it's for the best. That's just my opinion. You never know when you're out there, boats and all that. Everybody's crazy. I've seen crazy stuff, and I'd rather just be out there and like really pay attention because when you guys watch the videos, the intercoastal doesn't look as narrow, but when you're out there, it's super narrow. It is like something goes wrong going fast. That ski would go like it go flying into the air, into like shore, or who knows what. I mean, it's just like I was just reading this article, and because we've had in the state in the last couple of years 4 fatalities of alligators attacks, like people being pulled into the water and stuff. And they said how the sightings are going to get higher and higher because they got the hunting season going on right now. I think it started last month. It goes this month to November to try to control the problem. And it's kind of one of those things. I was joking around with my dad last night. I was like, maybe I should do the theme because the super jet is white that I make a rap like it's from Jurassic Park. Like, the Jurassic Park vehicles, like either the Jeep one or the Explorer or Expedition or whatever was used in the movie, and be like, welcome to Jurassic Park. And it's like, it's like Jurassic Park. The dinosaurs are there, but when are they going to pop out? It's kind of one of those things. I was like, I've been trying to think of like an idea. Joe's, do you carry a weapon when you're on there by yourself? Yeah. No, I go out there with nothing. No, it's funny. My mom, I really want to get her on a live stream to talk about it. She got some like really cool stuff. So she does genealogy. She's tracing back like crazy stuff that like some side of my family were distant relatives of Princess Diana. That there was like relatives that were like knights, like crazy stuff. We got stuff where it goes back to like the village where King Beowulf started to the knights and like just crazy stuff. My mom said some church has like some like painting of somebody who was one of my relatives who was a knight, like just crazy. It's kind of cool. Like literally, it's crazy that these records are there, but it's good. I definitely want to get her on there talking about this stuff. She tells me something. I think it's pretty interesting. Shout out to my mom, man. She's like putting the time and tracing back stuff so long ago. It's like it's unbelievable. Really cool. So I joked around with her. I was like, all right, so if I'm a related to knights, maybe should I get a job at medieval times? Be like, I'm the actual knight. So I would show her carry the Viking axe and then carry the knight sword, like the super jet with the pole there. It's just alligator comes and I just pull off the sword and be like, let's go. Kimmy asks, is the intake rate and the ride plate worth changing? On my VX, they look very similar. Well, the ones that are on the 2019 up GP 1800Rs are the same one that Revo Racing sells, and the same as the intake rate that's on the new GPs is something that Revo Racing makes that sells to Yamaha. Which is crazy. From what I'm told, now this is facts. Maybe Revo Racing won't admit this, but maybe this is what I've been told. Work Racing says they make the intake ring for Riva Racing. That's what the guy at Work Racing is telling me. So like, hey, just people telling me stuff. Is it true? Is it not? I don't know, but that's what I'm told. They must share the molds or something. I don't know. Anthony says, "Are you getting the new 2021 Superjet?" Yes, brother, man. I'm just patiently waiting. I have really bad patience. I'm like, I was actually bidding online for this car today. I won't say what it is, but it's something new will become. But I don't win it, and I was so frustrated because I was the highest bidder, and then nobody's bidding, and then I'm like, all right, well, I had a minute left, so I'm just like, what is I'm going to keep looking at it? And somebody came in there and just swooped it out from underneath me. And I was like, that is really aggravating. Oh, I lowered my highest. If I had the reserve to what I originally had, I would have won it. And I lowered my reserve because I'm like, nobody's even bidding on this. Let's not try to get it up because that's sometimes people auctions keep moving on. This is super aggravating. I'm actually got to do is I'm actually going to be doing is taking both of these off the trailer, and then I got the brand new Triton LT trailer right there, so I'm going to put that there, and then I got the Triton Wave trailer that's perfect for stand-ups, Sea-Doo Sparks, that whole thing. It's a smaller trailer, and I'm swapping it to there, and then I'm actually selling the whole my Triton Elite trailer, and it's hard to tell, but I've really done a lot of upgrades. If you can see, like these are all stainless steel tie-down straps. We're talking heavy-duty stuff. Like this is stuff you use in the ocean. Everything there is stainless steel or plastic, so nothing's gonna rust with those. The stock ones, I don't think I have anymore. But they rust and break. Triton said the stock ones like just break, not even from rusting, and they've had customers' jet skis fall off the trailer. That's why you want to make sure. Nice secure. But yeah, it's for sale. I'm just trying to move some of my inventory. But it has like a whole spare tire. And the cool thing too with that, I actually have brand new tires that I'll sell with it. I'm not going to get them installed, but I do have brand new tires, and it has tons of extras on it. But yeah, that's what you do in the car. A car that's reliable. I actually gonna be selling. I'm selling a lot of stuff. I'm getting rid of my Jeep too. Anything that gives me a headache. Going into 2021, I don't want any headaches. The other crazy thing, I should have talked about this earlier in the live stream. My birthday is on Tuesday, so no live stream on Tuesday. I'll do one on Monday, but my birthday is on Tuesday. Yeah, and the crazy thing, everything's like shut down. So like, there's not a lot to do. I hope I can be going jet skiing. If I could go jet skiing, I'll be happy. Nick says Tacoma truck is good. I just think like the hard thing with new vehicles, what gives me, you can. I don't think I got these on this is some of the I Am Beowulf merch. I don't think these are on there, but I'm going to be working on the hoodies, and we'll probably do these with different colors matching. Because like if you see, everything matches. It's cool. Got the blue. See, look all like, yeah. So what upsets me about new vehicles, like let's say the Tacoma, right? So used vehicles are as much, like seriously, as much as you could buy it new. So like there is no savings. And the hard thing, like the Tacoma truck, like I want the TRD Pro. It's like freaking like 60 grand or something. Like that is just what a waste of money. Like seriously, what a waste of money. I think some other vehicles are a little bit more like I just think that's just like to me that just is I think that's just like I personally think buying my Jeep was like $75,000. I think that thing was a waste of money. Yeah, he doesn't believe it. Cat, I can't even say your name. Cat Tricks is giving me a shout out. Yeah, Cybertruck. Whenever that, I think, what was it? Somebody told me Kedrick says he has a have. So you already have it, or are you getting it? California has some. Do you drive a manual in your Jeep? It's a Jeep SRT, man. You got the paddle shifters. I'm getting one too. California has these whole new laws come in effect. Like everything has to be electric by a certain year and stuff like that. Everything. It is going to happen sooner or later. Is it going to be affordable for people? Probably not. That's the hard thing. That's a good question. Lynn asked, do you know anything about the launch control on the 2020 GP? Like, how is it activated, or is it only activated when the auto trim is on? Because I can't find anything. I just don't like, when I had the CDUs, I never used the launch control. I just think my style riding, maybe that's why all my stuff works all the time and doesn't break. I never go like standing still and just stomp on the gas. I always work it in there. It's like a car. Like if you got a fast car, you can't be just stomping on it all the time. And stuff wouldn't work. California's a joke. Who wouldn't want to live there? Yeah, I wouldn't want to live there either. I mean, everybody didn't want to use the launch control. I mean, my Jeep SRT has a launch control. I've never even used it. I remember the times taking a drag strip, and it's so complicated that you would it's really easy. You just hold the brake, hit the gas, boom, you go. And every time, even the Hellcat was the same way. It's just that launch control never time working correctly when you're at the lights, and you should be focused on a light going. But we're talking cars, we're not talking jet skis. It's the same. If you're going to race somebody, you can't tell somebody. And I've seen a video with it, and so makes me laugh. They're like, hang on, gotta put a launch control before we do the race. What? And then they go, and then the guy doesn't even know what's going on because he doesn't have it. It's like not a fair thing. Usually, I think a fair race, you're racing somebody in a jet ski, you're already rolling, you're both at the same speed, you get some boom, boom, go. That's an accurate race. Yeah, I just think all that stuff is like a gimmick to sell you something, but that's just me. I don't need any of that kind of stuff. Sean's at my launch control to my finger. It's just you get too used to it. I just think some people get too used to stuff and just can't get in it. You ride this thing, there's no reverse, there's no neutral. It's either on or off, or you're going fast or you're not. That's it. There's not much more to it. And I hope it can be shut off. What I'm saying is, I don't think it'd be anything. It won't be automatically going on unless you press the button. Yeah. But it wouldn't be turning it on or off. It'd be probably activating by pressing a button. Is how something like that would be. A lot of stuff. I play with the trim. While you're moving, a lot of that it's just you kind of. It always starts in the middle, and then you kind of work with it, and then it changes. And you can feel a difference, like the sponsons change how stuff like that works and stuff. Sean says 158 hours on the GP so far. Mine has like 43 hours. Isn't that hard to believe? I ride it all the time. And I don't have more hours than that. It's part of what's depressing about selling it. I'm like, I'd like to be selling where the thing had like 250 hours and I'm done with it and I actually use it. It's like literally a brand new ski. I mean, whoever gets it is gonna get a killer deal. It's actually like I've been on the fence of just not even getting the new GP and just keeping mine. I I don't know. I'm sitting there. The thing's so perfect. I'm like, I want to then start all over. And as cool as that would be, do that. I'm just like, I've been on the fence of like not even buying one. I'm just like, I just stay with what I got. It's like literally do. But yes, when he rode with the passenger with the CD, what trim did you have it on? It didn't even matter because it's like it, there wasn't much skill to like the RX-TX had like literally no skill to ride it. The RX-PX you couldn't have a passenger. It wouldn't be the trim; it'd be the sponsons where they're at. Like that was scary. That was scary having somebody on the back of the RX-PX. I did it once and was like, done with that. And the RX-TX, like I did videos and somebody was riding backwards and we're just doing donuts. It was like literally. Ride that thing, laugh out loud. Brandon says, I just stuck my registration numbers on my ski. Can't believe they're all straight. Love my new FX Cruiser, SVHL. Cool, man. Man, Beowulf. What is better? Jet ski personally. RXT, RXP. GP 1800. Do like Yamar? Well, there's no Sea-Doos anymore here. I think that's an answered question. Wait, the only Sea-Doo is right there. There's the Sea-Doo right there. Actually, I'm tomorrow. I'm ripping all the graphics off my Jeep. It's all the cool custom graphics. I'm ripping them off the Jeep tomorrow. It's for sale. It's going to be for sale next week. I take a couple things out of it. And it's going to be for sale, man. Night edition. Only so many made. Faye goes, what are you replacing the Jeep with? A cop car? Question. If you pay for the shipping, man, you can get it to Australia. You pay the shipping, man. I sold when I had my Sea-Doo Speedster 150 supercharged boat. I sold it to a guy in some French colony in South America, and it was hilarious because I lived in Woodstock, Illinois, and this shipping company was from Woodstock, New York, and they're like, "We'll be there in an hour." I'm like, you guys are in New York. You know how far this is? They're like, "Aren't you in Woodstock, New York?" I'm like, "No, brother, man. I'm clear across the Midwest." And they're like, "Oh, it's gonna be days till we get there." It was so crazy. So I still had the cover plus the whatever you call it cover when I bought it, and I put the one that when it was shipped on it, and then they put the whole trailer on another trailer, and then they brought it to like some port in New York City and put it inside an enclosed semi or like a container, and the thing went down to and the guy sent me photos. It's like on the Amazon River and whatever, pretty cool stuff. So yeah, it's been done before. You want the Jeep SRT? You'd probably be the only person in Australia with the night edition, and you can make it happen, man. It is possible because Charleston, it's an hour from south of here. They have huge shipping port, shipping containers. Like I'm on the East Coast, man. Stuff like that can be possibly happen real fast. If you want to be the big baller, you come with the plane, just load the Jeep in and fly right back to Australia. Sean says buy a Toyota. There's gonna be something cool happening. I can't. I don't want any spoilers because I was gonna have it today, like pay or win the bid, and I didn't. So now I'm like still on the prowl. But I know it's gonna be pretty fast. So I'm gonna use probably gonna use that Carvana to sell the Jeep. I've already got a quote. It's one of a kind Jeep, man. It's pretty sweet. American muscle, man. Kelps and my uncle works for Carvana. Well, let's hook a deal up. Let's get Beowulf more money for the Jeep. I won't buy anything for them. I'm just gonna sell it to them. I don't want to be. I hate going to. I hate car dealerships. I just hate going to car. When you go to a car dealership, it's like your day is sucked away from the dealership. Like time warp sucks. Yeah, somebody said people are gonna trip out when they see your backup cop car trailing a badass jet ski. Well, I already have the Crown Vic. Spoiler. So I'm real excited because I use a new ship to get it from Detroit. So a long-term friend I've known he's like a brother from another mother, Lamar. He lives in Detroit, and I'm scrolling Facebook Marketplace, putting all these locations, like what's here, what's that, and I knew he's in Detroit, and I wanted the whole police canine, like the cage enclosure for my Crown Vic P71 police car. So I found one for $200. Crazy. These things new were like $9,000. Like one of the top brands. So he picked it up. But the aggravating thing, the guy forgot to give me half the stuff, which I'm like, I'm that smart. I'm like, look at these photos. I'm like, I haven't even seen it. I'm like, something seems like it's missing. Luckily, I caught it. And yeah, so it's going to be split, which is crazy. So the right side of it will be just a single seat that's like the prisoner seat. But the cool thing is I can split the dog. So it's all is a metal seat. It's so cool. So you get like a metal seat, a screen where like the two dogs can be seeing each other. So there's a seat, and then there's a wide open area, and then there's the door panels inside. It's like all aluminum sheet, and it got like full, like I always say bars. It's like you won't be sticking a finger in there, and it's gonna be it's gonna be fun to drive around the dogs with this. They're gonna love it because it has this rubber pad. It's gonna be awesome going to the beach and stuff. I'm pretty excited. I am really excited to be honest. I was like $200. But the crazy thing, I was looking at this auction, right? And they had two like the similar ones, but they're wide open. And I bid it on it. But the problem was like 10 hours away. And they sold for $400. And I was like, I was almost gonna bid more. And I'm just like, I don't have time to be driving 10 hours in one way to pick up something. Like, I don't need like 3 of these cars. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty wild. But it's the next car I'm gonna get is I'm 2 police cars. Oh, we'll keep secrets. I'm getting a different version police car. I'm gonna have 2 police cars. It's gonna be so much fun. Roll it up with the jet skis. Be like whoop whoop. It's ideal because you got the spotlight. So if something happens at night, you gotta be like, hey, we can't see nothing. Be like, hang on. Candlelight. Yeah. Well, once you get the new door panels on my Crown Vic, you won't. There's no door handles. You won't be able to get. There won't even be a way to pop the lock up. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun with the dog. I think the dogs are gonna like it because then there's this big like swing part, so the dog you can still let the dog come up front if you wanted to. It is pretty dope, and it's nice. I got 4 dogs, and if like in case 2 of them like don't get along, you can separate them. I was actually trying to get to. I never even spoke about it. So there was this old boat, jet boat from like the '90s that I was almost gonna buy months ago, and the SWAT team used it, and the fire department had it had fire hoses on it. Like think of like a Sea-Doo boat, jet boat, but this is like a fire truck, like hoses. And the only reason I buy it because I don't think you can find any parts for it. It could be that's and the guy had this trailer like all racked. I was like, but that would be so cool. Be like, there was a video on YouTube back from the '90s where the SWAT team are like hanging off the back and then like flying off to be deployed. I was like, I need this. Where I want that. And then at the end of the day, I was like, it had like two carbureted engines. One would be for the pump shooting out the water. That would be so much fun. Be like, but I didn't buy it. Person, you're gonna do have red and blue GP 1800R hoodie, sir. I do have. If you see another one with the I'm Beowulf logo, it is. I'm gonna see about it because I'm not even. I don't know if this brand even is making these anymore. I don't know. That's why I have to sit down with my guy and we're gonna figure all this out. Because these are nice because they're really lightweight. Like you can wear them in the winter and like right now I just roll them up and I could even wear this like at night when it's the summertime. It's not that bad. So definitely I have to sit down with to address all this stuff. So maybe we'll do like a pre-order or something like that. So because I always have to order so much. So it'd be cool if we do some pre-order or something like that. I don't know. Somebody said I would integrate the jet ski into the cop car and drive the cop care with a trailer on the back in the water. So fun, right? What's gonna be pulling around it? I just ordered the trailer hitch on because I would love to come to America and go to the lake or ocean where you ride and meet up. And you're a great guy. I hope you succeed. Like to hit the tank. Yeah, I'm wondering what's taking long. It's just like I don't know, man. I pissed off some Sea-Doo people just speaking the truth. I don't know. Some people that's been. I'm not trying to hate. I just like to let people know before they buy them. And like you're not gonna be like, you said everything's great. Why is there issues? I call it any brand. Nobody's safe with me. If I find enough factual evidence, not messages, actual evidence, I will expose any of these brands. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. Yeah, but no. So I just ordered the trailer hitch for my Crown Vic. It can tow 4,000 pounds. That's another reason why I'm moving everything to single trailers. Because I think the Crown Vic could pull this trailer, but the problem is the trailer is already wider than my Jeep. I don't want to be riding around like I don't need to be hauling both ways when you only ran one. He said my Sea-Doo that I bought because of you, it is great. It's a nice ski. I mean, it's just there's some hiccups with Sea-Doos, but I mean, it was a fun ski. I tell you, it's fun. I don't like regret buying it, but it is fun, and it's just I like to just move to different things. Thus why, like logically in my brain, selling this GP was not a smart thing. Selling it, I think I should keep it. But because I'm gonna be that fresh and get the next thing, is why I'm getting the new GP. I think this is awesome. But I'm just saying, it's like I actually probably would shed some tears and stuff when this GP leaves. I like it a lot. It's a very dependable ski, probably the most dependable ski I've ever owned. I've never had any type of issue ever. Kawasaki's had a couple, but it's not its fault. Sea-Doo's had a lot. This is dependable. Jackson said, it was awesome to meet you on the Lake Geneva. I was in your last video with my friend on the pier. Awesome, dude. Yeah, it was cool meeting you guys. I was like, I saw you guys sitting on the dock, and I was like, oh, man, they've seen stuff far away. I got to give the show right up front, man. So that's why I was like, quickly watch the video. I was doing my outro, and I'm like, hold up, time out. And then I came right in. Definitely gave a little show for him. I'll see you later, man. Sorry about you have to go to a friend's funeral, man. Sorry for your loss. Percy, right on. No worries. That one looks nice. Love the hat. Yeah, there's new hats. That's the other thing too. The new hats are live on the website. And but the thing is so frustrating. I got new shirts that came out, and I've had them for months, and I haven't put it on the website. I only have so much time in the day. That's what's just so hard. I do like so much. It's like it's literally. I wish I had somebody else helping me with some stuff because I tell you, man, it's just like there's just so much that has to get done in a day. It's not even funny. Caleb said, "Are you keeping the double trailer if you want to travel with both?" No, I think I'm gonna. I actually taking them off and I'm selling the trailer. And the reason why I'm doing that is I think to the future, like, well, that's how I'm gonna get the new Yamaha. I'm running like one of these, like, I don't want to say, I guess it would be considered an RV, where it has everything like you can live out of it. So it just makes it logical because of having the dogs. I can't even an Airbnb, probably love pets, but not like, hey, I got two puppies and there's like one still trying to get potty trained, and I got two dogs, and they're like protective dogs. If they hear the sound, they're like police lights. As soon as they hear a sound, the dogs are just like, ah, like totally allergic of anything. Like you could not stay at a hotel room with them because they would hear a sound and they think like my life is in danger. Be like, wake him up, let him know somebody's coming. Yeah, so that's why I don't think it'd be logical having like a double trailer with that. So that's why I think I'm going to be selling it. Plus, too, like if you're traveling across country in an RV, you really don't want to have that much stuff being exposed even when you're sleeping. You know, in case you sleep at like a truck stop or something like that, campground. You know, it just would make more sense. Because technically, if I really want to haul around stuff, I would get like I was just thinking about it today before going riding. It's like I would buy like an enclosed trailer, buy a side by side, have the jet ski trailers in there, and just pull them in and out of a trailer would probably make more logical sense. Because when you have one of those big RVs, it'd be like I don't even know how the heck you could back it up at a boat ramp. That's just something to think about. I just in the future, I don't want to be doing any more road trips, pulling jet skis, using a vehicle because it's just like I've done a lot of road trips with the Jeep and it's a real expensive vehicle. I just don't think it's. I've put a lot of miles on that car. Michael said, "Do they have the integrated sound system so you can get one? Only way you can get the speaker. Well, there's two ways. You can get. They have the little swivels. Says Yamaha sells the swivel chargeable ones that you can put in any of the new GPs, or you can get the ones where they come from the factory, but you can only get them when they're built like that. You can't add that way after the fact. So it's probably means something's different with the hull. It's how they probably put in there." Lynn said, "Do you have the new GP hats, green and black?" Yeah, they're live on the website. And do you ship to Australia? I ship anywhere in the world. Woo! I'll give you a link. I am Beowulf. Gaga. Oh man, every time I type it, it's not even typing. Beowulf. Gaga. Yeah, international shipping, and like that's what I was saying. Usually, if I'm selling any of my like used items, I love putting it on the website because even people from like Europe and stuff or like Australia, like I'm putting up probably tonight or tomorrow. I'm selling my GoPro Hero, uh, uh, Hero 8 Black with like a bunch of accessories and stuff. I'm gonna do a pretty good deal. So like if you're somebody from like Australia or Canada or anywhere, you can buy an online store, even those items, and they can be shipped to you. So just keep an eye out. There's definitely some stuff, used stuff that I'm gonna list up on there. I just gotta go through all my stuff. I gotta like literally devote a day. I think I'm gonna do it over the weekend. I don't ride on weekends, so that's probably what I'm gonna do. Kelp says shirt soon. The new shirts I should have. I took photos of it. It's just I'm probably gonna put it up. Um, I'll probably put them up tomorrow. Most of the shirts, new shirts, will be up tomorrow. Jack says the boost level on the CDU RXTX won't go above halfway when we put new gas or new everything in it. Do you know anything why it won't go up? Could be a boost leak. I've there's videos I've never posted. There's times like I'm ripping really hard with the RXPX, and even with the Revo Racing intercooler piping, that thing shot out like a gun, like and that thing I'm limping it back. I was gonna post a video, but because I was selling it, I didn't want to post it. That's why I tell you when I know shit about CD, man. There's stuff I never posted, and it just like it irritated me. Um, Yeah, it could be a boost leak. I don't know. You're not. I mean, you need more info, like what year it is, how many hours are on it. Maybe the supercharger needs to be rebuilt. You know, is it brand new? Is it used? Like, there has to be more info. Uh, could be a bunch of stuff. Like, for example, my SXR it was smoking, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And it was just some stuff getting clogged into the intake rate. And it's like something like obviously you just put the stock intake rate back on. So sometimes you got to everything's different. You got to look at everything over, check stuff out. I was in there, I had it running with my spotlight in there, looking around. I don't see anything. I'm like, what is going on with this thing? Just got it. Oh. Yeah, it has to be a boost leak. You got to check the intercooler piping. One going to be tell where they all are. They're going. One's going the supercharger. One's going the throttle body coming out of the intercooler. Could be that. That's why like that's where. Well, did he say it was an RXTX? Yeah, you got to do if it's an RXTX. You got to pull that whole plastic cover up, and that's exactly why I hated the RXTX. You got to pull that whole cover off to see everything, man, to find out what's going on. That's a scary thing with one of those. So let's say one of those had a fire, and you had a fire extinguisher. How would you take out the fire? Be like, hang on, fire, time out. I got to remove all my bolts to get to you. I can hear Ragnar barking. She's like, I want out. All right, I'll answer a few more questions, but I hear Ragnar. She's crying and screaming. I mean, she wants out of the cage time. I thought that this dog don't get much. I don't get much time. This dog's like, I want out. Yeah, it could be an intercooler piping, most likely. Nope, my Yamaha is gonna be as my Yamaha overheats. Did yours do that? Nope, mine never overheated. This has been fun. Yeah, Frank, I've been asking you all the time, Frankie. He says, I just bring my ski down and rip for the day. Dude, I'm telling you, man, you're up in the cold. What Frankie, what you got to do is you got to convince your girlfriend to come. You guys move down here. She has a hot friend. Not her. Let me get this out. Your girlfriend has a hot friend. She comes lives with me. You guys come. You guys both big old party. You know, come down here. Definitely get away from the cold weather, man. Load up that truck. Load up that truck. Let's go. I'm gonna do a Halloween video. I've got this awesome custom idea that I'm gonna do. It's gonna be pretty dope. Yeah. Frank said, man, wish the union would let me relocate. Yeah, I don't think there's any like tunnels and stuff. That's pretty dope. I've seen some of your stuff, man. It's pretty dope. That's what I'm telling you, Frankie, we gotta play the war zone. Go. They got the subway station. It's like kind of like technically like work, man. You'd be like, hey, yeah, we gotta go down the subway. Yeah, Sean says, I didn't know you had to buy a Sea-Doo engine alignment tool and straighten the engine alignment up, level the engine. There's a lot. There's just, yeah, there's a lot of specialty tools. Even to take out the steering cable on SXR, there's like a special tool, and like you can't even buy it. So like, I don't even know if every dealer even has it. You can't even buy it. I tried ordering one. It's like a $30 tool, and you can't even. They canceled my order. Like, we can't get it. Frankie, you gotta play the war zone. I'm on there. Let's get it. I only play with people that are like legitly like, let's do the training. Like, if that game drives me crazy. I play with people. Frankie's good. There's a lot of people I play with randoms on there, and they're on there. I hate talking on the mic with people. I don't know, because they're just all their barking orders, and there's tactics. The only way you win that is my tactics. Maybe I won't even release my tactics of how I do this, because everybody will figure out how there is a way to win. There's a exact tactic way to win this war zone. I don't care. It doesn't matter what new season or whatever it is. My tactics still work from day one. Frank said you should pull up my exhaust bit and show everyone what it real. I'll pull it up right now. Frankie, send me the link. Send me the link. Share it to me on Instagram. I'll play it right now for everybody to hear what it sounds like. Frankie says, let's play them out. Frankie, send me the link. I'll put it on right now. Come on, Frank. I got the phone ready to show it. Everybody's waiting for you. He's active now. Come on, Frank. Let's show us stuff. Send me the link. There you go. There he goes. No, I think that's just all right. Blurry. Bing. Is that the only clip? Let me see. But yeah, it sounds pretty wicked. Sounds cool. No, I'd be open to like a water box or something like that. But I know you got to pull the engine out. If it's not broken, man, don't pull it out. Jackson asked, "What is the difference between a 1800 and 1800R?" So the 1800R is from everything 2019 and up. 2017 and 28 was called the GP 1800, and now everything 2019 and up is called the GP 1800R. That's the difference. It sounds cool. I think it's exhausting. His ski's pretty fast. I think he says he does about like 70 or something like that. Jackson said, "Should I sell the RXT for a GP?" Hands down, man. I told you when I met you, Yamaha all day. You met me, and then you watch the video, subscribe, and you go buy a Sea-Doo, man. Buy my GP, $1,800 for sale, man. It's right here. It's waiting for you. Right here. You could have bought it right when I was there. You could have been like, hey, here's the money. We could have been like, it's yours. It was there. Why is it for sale? Because I'm getting a 2021 Yamaha GP 1800R. I've had a deposit down for a couple of months now. That's why it's for sale. New stuff for the channel. I love to keep my old GP, but gotta sell one to get another one. That's how it works. So the RXPX, buy the Superjet. It's how things work. If I want to get another jet ski, one of the other ones that the lead me, the SXR 1500, I don't know if I want to do that just yet. I hope I get something left to drink. Oh, cool. I'm really thirsty. Luckily, I got stuff still to drink it. Frankie asked, have you seen the guy with the stance trailer on TikTok? I've been off of TikTok for about a couple months. It's ran by the Chinese government. And I started getting text messages and Chinese texts and stuff. And my butt got off that app. I used my sign as my telephone number. And I was getting all these alerts and text messages in Chinese and stuff. And I got off that stuff. Definitely, I'm telling you, you guys are on TikTok, get off that stuff real quick. They back engineered the app to find out it was like accessing your phone with all your personal data and all like too much info being seen. And I was like, I should have known not to sign up on it. And, and I remember that they had a U.S. government had alert on all like military and government people not to join the app. They sent it to Facebook. Everybody can join whenever you want. You want to be on that stuff? I'm offset. Jackson, DM me on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, then you can just go on IamBeowulf.com and send me an email, and I can tell you what the price is on the jet ski. And if you can't, and if you want to buy it with the trailer, the Triton dual trailer, I can sell with that, and definitely like use ship and all that. Could ship it up to you guys up to Wisconsin, I think is where you said you live, and it's easily can be done. And use ship's pretty cheap because I know I got this. I have to ship a pallet that's 300 pounds, which is pretty expensive. And you look at like UPS and it's real expensive. I got like really good quotes. I definitely got to get my butt getting it taken care of it. I'm just keeping waiting to see if I see a cheaper quote. Everyone's like cheaper. I'm like, hey, it's a pretty good deal. Sean asked, did you get the cage yet for it? Yeah. It's hopefully gonna like leave Detroit next week. Let me check it. Let's see what he hit. Frankie sent me Facebook. It says attachment unavailable, brother. Frankie, the attachment unavailable. Sean says you got to film it, putting it in. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to do a whole. That is going to be on my second YouTube channel, Beowulf Nation, with any of that stuff. So, may I even address talking about that? So, there's going to be all the giveaways I did in the last live stream, but I'll just talk about it just to talk about it. So, what I'll be doing is milestone giveaways and monthly free. Everything's free giveaways. Milestone will be like when I hit 10,000 subscribers. I've showed in past live streams. I've assigned Michael Jordan photograph back from the 90s when the Bulls were at the thing. I'm doing a giveaway when I hit 10,000 subscribers. And when I hit 25,000, either I'll do like the new Xbox, new PlayStation is a giveaway. Then the monthly giveaways will be like a Jet Tribe Light Vest, goggles, hats, riding gear. If you don't have a jet ski, which a majority of my viewers don't own jet skis, we'll figure out some other item equal in value. We're doing it. Also, too, how you enter it. So you have to be subscribed to I'm Beowulf. You have to do all these, right? So you have to be subscribed to I'm Beowulf. Be subscribed to my second YouTube channel, Beowulf Nation. You either have to follow me on Instagram. That's IM_Beowulf. Or if you're not an Instagram person, which you can give me a follow then on my Facebook page. That's I Am Beowulf. And I like the videos. That's pretty much it. It's free to enter. Share it to your brother or to your friends and all that kind of stuff. And it's pretty easy and it's totally free. And I'll pick a random person every month to get something really cool. All right, Jackie, so you message me. I'll message you back once I get out of the live stream. Actually, I'll message you right now. How about that? I'll make it real easy. Don't repeat what I'm sending you. Let's see. All right, send you the price. Yeah, so when I found this cage on Facebook, it's some business where all they're doing is gutting like ex-police cars. They got everything, man. They got the Ram bar and like all this stuff. I wish it was closer, man. I was like thinking, like, let's just stockpile this pallet up pretty high. Let's get more stuff. I was thinking to myself, like, let's get more stuff. Calbear, so your GP on Facebook, yeah. Oh, she's just screaming. She wants out of that cage. Yeah. I have to probably end this. When she's screaming like that, means she probably has to go outside really bad. And Jackson says, I DM you on Insta. I DM'd you back. Soon. So, all right. It's the end of the video. Check out the I'm Beowulf merch at IamBeowulf.com. Check out the my Amazon store, Amazon.com/shop/I'm Beowulf. Be driven to win. Your birthday is Earth Day. Rang is screaming. I tell you this dog. I saw Frankie. Rang is screams. I'm coming running, man. It's like a child. Like, hey, I'm coming. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Beowulf Nation.